Skullgirls Get Gr8. This is the audio test we will be starting soon. Please let me know if any of the commentators this week are a little too loud or a little too quiet. We want all of us to be about equally as loud, and the game should be just barely audible. If there are any recommendations that you would like to provide, please feel free to do so. We want the stream to be just perfect for you. All of you are really cool. That's all I got. So I'm gonna be right back. I gotta make matchups for all y'all. Leave comments in the, Twitch chat. Just let me know if the audio is bad or good. Speaking of Twitch chat, give me. There we go. Fix to that real quick. Keep me posted if the audio is a little strange or game sounds a little loud. Let me know. I will return very shortly. Hey there, Mazakine. Good to see you here. Just letting you know that this is the audio test for people who are slowly shuffling in. Reminder that I will be right back because I am making matchups. Keep each other posted. If anyone wants to join this lobby and go ahead and play a few games, go ahead. Feel free. Just gotta make sure a few things are set up before we start the stream. Hey there, Hydra. For again, another reminder for people who are just shuffling in, we are about to get started. Right now, I am making the matchups and posting them everywhere. I'm a little bit behind. So sit tight. I'll be right back. If you guys want to play in the open lobby, feel free to hop in and go ahead and fight each other. It's totally acceptable. A few more minutes.
Decide whose destiny! Fight! Come at me. Let's finish it.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I have returned. I apologize for the delay. We are ready to go in just a moment. Let's see. Rescue Hindfinger. Rescue the Hindfinger. Hindfinger. Alright, is the lobby bork? Did I miss out on anything? Is everything working fine? Any feedback on the audio quality should also be useful. If everyone is okay with where we are at, then we should be good to go. Lobby did indeed bork. Damn. Alright. Well, give me just a moment. I sound fine. Hey there, Yo-Yo. I feel like I haven't seen you in a moment. I don't know why. Pretty sure I haven't seen you in a moment. Have you been MIA? I haven't seen you in a moment. I'm very sad to hear that. I miss you, man. You've been doing other stuff for a bit? Alright. I hope that other stuff is fun. If it's not fun, then I feel really bad. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Skullgirls Get Gr8. What we do here is we try to match you up against a relatively even opponent, and then provide constructive criticism on your play. We won't tell you everything that's wrong with your play, because there's a lot of topics that we can talk about that aren't particularly advanced enough. But we will focus on a lot of the things that you need to focus on next, so you can hit that next level of play, so then we can start transitioning into more advanced topics. We go live every Saturday at 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern, etc., etc. If you are playing, please make sure you are playing on Ethernet. Please make sure, I mean, as much as possible, make sure you're cleaning up the connection, like, make sure you stop all downloads, make sure people aren't using Netflix or things like that. What else? Please join our Steam group chat. You can get in touch with me with any medium you want. However, Steam group chat is the only thing I can guarantee I will be checking regularly for logistical questions. So if you are having trouble getting to the lobby, or can't find the link, or whatever, anything of the sort, please talk to me during the Steam group chat. You can find the Steam group chat by typing exclamation mark SG, I don't know, GG8 chat. My brain is making mistakes. Alright, so it's exclamation mark GG8 chat, and then you can get the link from MoveOut. You should be good to go from there. What else? There was one other thing before we get started. Can't remember. Nah, I don't know. For everyone here who's only here for the beginning, please show up to CEO Taku if you can. If it is in the near region, you absolutely should be going. CEO Taku is an incredible tournament. Skullgirls will be there. One of my top 3 majors of the year. So look forward to that. I will be there. If you guys want to see me there, you can meet me at CEO Taku. It's a fun time. Let's see. Too far for you? Oh. I mean, it is on, like, it would be coast to coast for you, which is rough, but if you could make it, I would enjoy it. You should go to Frosty. I honestly like, well, okay. I'm not gonna compare majors, they're all very different experiences. But in my heart, I usually enjoy Frosty a little bit more than CEO Otaku, but it might just be because CEO Otaku has this like looming sadness to it, because then the next major is several months away. Thank you, Mazakine, for confirming that the audio quality is indeed okay. Good to know. We're gonna go ahead and get started. Our first matchup for the day is going to be, if I can find it. Gotta find it. Where did it go? First match of the day is going to be Hammer Mountain versus Flash. However, Flash is going to be going last today because he is on his way back home. He did request that he goes last. So because of that, we're going to skip that matchup for now. We're going to go into Dry Eyes versus QB. Hammer, are you in the lobby? I don't actually know. Yeah, Hammer, I know you're in the lobby already. Sit tight. We will get back to you afterwards. CEO Taku is in Florida. Dry Eyes. Hammer Mountain, are you in Twitch chat? I don't actually know if you're in Twitch chat. Keep me posted if you're in Twitch chat. I don't know if you are. I'm gonna see if I can find you on Steam so I can... Yeah, alright. You're in the Steam group chat. That's the part that matters. Alright, so let's go ahead. I'm gonna remove Hammer and get Dry Eyes versus their opponent. Man, I am so scattered. On with me. Gonna go ahead and get Hammered versus Flash going up first. No, not Hammer versus Flash. I lied. I just autopiloted and said not Hammer versus Flash going first. Dry Eyes versus QB going first. I was reading Dry Eyes versus QB and my brain said Hammer versus Flash. What's wrong with me? Jesus. Alright. Dry Eyes versus QB. Where are you at, QB? Go ahead and at them. See if they're around. At QB. We'll give it 5 minutes. If QB doesn't show up, then, I mean, I guess we'll do an open lobby for Dry Eyes. Or I guess we can heavy fight Menton. That can be tough. Men's pretty good. Dry Eyes, let me know in chat if you're up for the challenge. I can have you go up against Menton. Oh, you'll play Dry? Okay, go ahead, Rika. Oh wait, QB's here. Never mind. Rika, if you want, you can fight Menton instead. That would work fine, because Menton is in open lobby anyway. Alright, here we go. Our first matchup, Dry Eyes versus QB. Get that show on the road. Whoops. What the fuck? Alright, throwing out heavy breast at neutral. Scary, very scary. If your opponent blocked that, you'd be done for in a second. Also, when you throw out heavy breast against Squiggly, so let's give you some matchup by matchup knowledge. So, heavy Brand versus Squiggly. So, Squiggly has a lot of overhead stuff that she can do against you and stuff like that. But on top of that, she has center stage. Center stage makes her the best neutral character in the game. If you do something that's considered quote-unquote bad neutral, that means throwing out heavy breast at neutral, then she can make you feel really, really bad about that. So as soon as your heavy breast is done, even if you're out of range for her to punish anything, even if she blocked it, whatever, she can go into center stage, SBO, and punish you, because you're like 5 years of recovery after heavy breast. You did get the nice hit confirmed though. You're going in the corner. That was an interesting breast bait. I respect that. I'm glad you've been practicing breast baits. I think we were talking about that during the last tournament, so that's actually really, really cool to see. Not the best breast bait because it's pretty obvious that would probably catch your opponent. But, I mean, it is not that bad either. Ooh. Rough assist call from QB's side. We're in a level 3. That does barely work. Does catch, does not kill though. I mean, solo damage is nice, but what's it called? It might have worked 1v3, that might have killed. 1v2 though, you only have 30% extra damage, whereas the 45% from 1v3. Right, let's see, what else we got going? I'm gonna pay a little bit more attention to QB's assist calls because, well, I want to see how QB's using their squiggly at neutral because QB did not take advantage of the fact that Dry's whiffed a flash at the beginning. After that, he should have been vortexed to death. At the same time, okay, see right there. So when you back off and call assists like that and build a lot of space, what you're saying is that I want time to build my charge so I can use my charges, right? So right there. Your opponent was wailing on your assist. Look at your assist health right now. Your red health on your assist is more than half of that assist character's health. For A, you should not be calling your assist anymore because that assist needs to build it all back. B, both those times you had punch charge. You could have used punch charge to punish your opponent. Reminder that when you have punch charge, you can use center stage. When you have center stage, you can use center stage SBO, which means at any point, if your opponent full screen is pressing a button, you can full screen punish that and go into a full combo. That is extremely important. Start taking advantage of that. So when you call assist, back off and build charges, don't just watch squiggly to make sure you're building charges. Make sure you're watching your opponent. As soon as they're pressing a button, let go of that punch charge and punish them for it. Teach them that you are willing to use your punch charge. Another thing, I saw you do reversal daisy. Do not do reversal daisy against most characters. Against Band, it's a little bit more reasonable, but it's so risky to do it as a reversal against them. In terms of Oki, Dryas, what you could have done with Band is whenever Squiggly's knocked down and you're about to press a button, don't press like a grounded button. Jump into the air and hit him with jumping light punch or whatever, or a jumping medium kick or something like that. And the reason I say that is because if they wake up Daisy, then you get a full punish on them. Because on whiff, you can go into heavy cymbals or you can go into Timpani Drive, whatever you want to keep you in the air long enough so that Daisy won't hurt you. And you'll also be able to punish it, especially with Timpani Drive. You should be able to get a clean punish on it and like make your opponent regret waking up with Daisy. Daisy is not a reversal. Again, that's the thing. So it's like after pressure stops, you got to be careful. Like when you're in neutral, you want to be in the air against Squiggly because otherwise that's exactly what happens. The only situation where you're not able to, or also you can just down back. So this is kind of a, I mean you're both an intermediate, so I don't feel bad talking about this, but sometimes just dashing up and doing nothing, or like waking up and doing absolutely nothing is the smart thing to do. Like, I know you'll want it to beat your turn, you want to take advantage of the fact something's your turn, but you also want information, you also want bait things. So when your opponent is about to reset you or start doing something, don't press a button, just down bat. Just wait. Because on reaction to wake up Daisy, you can also just jump. Daisy is always on reaction jumpable unless they use center stage first. And QB has not been using center stage at all. That's like a big tell. Alright, snap him out, get that red health back. Smart stuff. I was about to make a comment on that. So, against Squiggly on Oki, jump in if you want to be able to safely press buttons against Squiggly with Band. Otherwise, if you want to stay on the ground, don't press a button. Otherwise, Squiggly can take advantage of that, like huge advantage of that. Yeah, QB, you should not be doing Wake Up Daisy. Wake Up Daisy, like, so every character besides Band and Bella, I think, can on-reaction punish you for doing Wake Up Daisy. Like, they could be pressing anything and take advantage of it. Band, in this case, should be jumping in on you, in which case you should not be able to do Reaction Daisy anyways. But it's a good way to punish anybody that is already pressing a button against you and you're aware of it. But, like, but you don't want it to be a 50-50, obviously. If you're guessing, and that sucks. If you are Bella, I mean, Bella's already a really good matchup for you anyways, so you shouldn't be wasting a meter to get a hit confirm on her. You really don't need to. The only situation you really might want to consider doing that is if they're run stopping against you. So if they're about to run stop you, then Daisy's like a reasonable choice, but they can always cancel into super and then DHC out. So it's very circumstantial to find a situation where Daisy in on wake up or like as a reversal is actually a good idea. Specifically as a reversal is what I'm trying to say. Wake up reversal is the same idea. DHC into SPO, good stuff. You did give up a lot of, I wasn't paying attention, but I think you had a lot of red health that you gave up. Ignore this statement if you didn't actually have red health. Remember that when you raw tag in, the character with red health, all that red health goes away. That's why you usually, don't want to call them as an assist, because assists take 50% extra damage and they're dying, and they can heal red health. Or, you don't want to tag them in because, and you don't want to tag them in because all that red health disappears. Also, that's the reason why, exactly, Dry Eyes wants to either snap people in or immediately kill the point, because all that red health disappears. Now, like, 60% of your health that you still had is now all gone. Block, get a clean punish, did not, went for a medium punish. Remember, you can PVGC that. Go for a PVGC heavy punish. Yo coming in saying, avoid calling assist while you're trying to recover. The assist, recover, assist health. Yeah, HP. When you said HP, I read that as heavy punch, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Recovering heavy punch? Yeah. Pauses the HP recovery of set assist. Yeah, that's also true. So once you're... That is actually a good point. I actually don't mention that enough. So in Skullgirls and in most fighting games where team fighters, where the back characters are healing some health back, when you call them as an assist, they don't actually heal their health. So you're slowing that down. On top of that, if they get hit, then A, they get closer to death, and anything you have healed kind of goes to waste. And B, if they get hit, they're gonna take longer to go back into recovery. And also, you're not going to be able to call the assist as much. So now your vulnerable assist is becoming like more and more useless and dead weighty, and they're also not even getting the health back when you're not able to use them. So it's when you call your assist is an art. You got to be aware of all these situations. If you want more details or you want it in writing, just hit me up on Discord. I can explain a little bit more detail. But like, when and where you're using your assist is kind of sketch. Beat extend, only caught the assist, that's unfortunate. So if you notice okay, so Dry Eyes, this isn't always, I mean, I guess at that point it was a little too late, because you beat extend and like, you can only cancel a beat extend SSJ in very specific windows. But just keep in mind, if you think your opponent's gonna rush at you and because they were baiting out your beat extend with the assist, you can always catch them with SSJ. You can Kara cancel a beat extend and SSJ. Or if you see Squiggly backdashing, that's a really, really big thing. You want to do that on reaction only. But if you notice that, like, for example, Philia was approaching you and you caught him with beat extend, but Squiggly was backdashing away, cancel SSJ before beat extend finishes. Cancels into SSJ before beat extend finishes. Because then you'll hit Squiggly. And, technically, Philia as well. Which is great. And that means Philia will, or not Philia, Squiggly will not be able to punish you. Blue bursts are punishable. Gold bursts allow the enemy to act out of it. Burst baits. You need to react to whether it's a blue or gold. Can you react to that on reaction? I almost never plan for blue or gold on reaction. I go into it knowing what it's gonna be. That's a little weird. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Either way, remember that gold bursts are caused by if you burst baited but you didn't react to the burst. Huh. Just kind of stood there. Okay. Yeah. So remember, a good burst bait setup is a setup that you'll be able to hit your opponent as soon as they pop. So be aware of that. If you are working on burst bait setups, make sure you know how to convert off of a actual pop. And if you haven't practiced reacting to if they burst or not, what you can do is in the lab you can set the training dummy to burst when they can, like, break out of an infinite on a random number of hits. So they'll only burst sometimes, and that way when you keep practicing, you'll be able to on reaction decide, oh hey, they bursted this time, so I can punish them. Oh hey, they didn't burst this time, I can't punish them. Things like that. Small things you need to work on, but it's kind of cool to see, Dry Eyes, you're picking up the what's it called? You're just picking up burst bait tech. That's kind of good. You gotta start being a little bit more aggressive with the weird buttons, like the weird card cancels. So after beat extend, remember that your turn's not. It's not just you commit to beat extend, now it's over. You still have card cancel options in SSJ and things like that, or just like regular cancel options. You still can technically cancel on a very late frame in beat extend. Like it's only once the window opens up for you to be able to shake can you no longer cancel in SSJ. So you got lots of things you can do. As for the Squiggly, QB, make sure you are taking advantage of center stage. Center stage is what makes Squiggly a character. It is the reason she is one of the most powerful neutral characters in this game. Because if your opponent presses a button on whiff, you can 100% of the time get a full combo. So, like, it's amazing. it's just such a really powerful tool. On top of that, Daisy is not a reversal. Those are the big things. I didn't really have too many comments to say about your Filia. Your Filia just kept on dying because you were rough assist calls. Make sure when Filia is being punished, take advantage of that with Squiggly and get a hit confirm because you have center stage. Make sure that when you're watching when you're calling assist and thinking about why am I calling my assist. You want to call your assists for very deliberate reasons. Make sure when you're raw attacking, you're doing it for a very deliberate reason. I don't think you need to do this all the time because eventually you'll get a better sense of the game, but at least for now, anytime before you call your assist, make sure you're checking your opponent's health. Or, I mean, not your opponent's health, who cares about that? Your own health. Make sure you're checking your own health. Make sure you're asking yourself, it's like, am I willing to sacrifice all that red health to tag him in here? Is it really that important? 99.9% of the time, the answer is no. Sometimes it's a lot better to just let one of your characters die than to sacrifice all that red health. However, that goes back and forth because sometimes if you are, especially when you're playing a duo, it might be worth letting both characters live in exchange for a huge amount of health. But you got to think about it. It's like, am I really gonna get something out of it? You got to make it a conscious decision. You can't just let it be a feeling. At least not yet. Hey there, Hinze. Good to see you here. You work for another 10, but hello. Hi. Hinze, if you want to play, we're gonna be. You work for, as in I don't know what your work is, so you might be far from work. I don't know. If you want to get thrown in here because you get home in time, let me know. We're gonna move on to Hydra versus Fluff Fluff Fluff. Go ahead and get this fight going. So Fluff 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 is a pretty strong player, but Hydra's been improving at an exponential rate. Now I kind of want to see how they perform against Fluff Fluff Fluff. Let's see how this goes. Based on that, I can kind of evaluate your skill level and see what gaps you're having. Because I say this all the time. It's a lot more of I prefer losing over winning because when you lose, you know you did something wrong, and so there's clearly some information there. Whereas when you win, you don't know if you did everything right or if your opponent was just an idiot. It'll be a while before you go home, sadly. Oh, that's darn. That sucks. Gosh darn. Hey there, Fish. Good to see you here.
Hello.
It's Sam.
It's me. I'm ready to not help with help.
Damn. And he made you not want to play the game anymore within 20 minutes?
No, actually.
You beat Penny?
No.
Oh. I got excited.
She made me not want to play the game in 10 minutes. We played 10 matches.
It's fantastic. Is Penny coming, or is Penny taking going off?
Penny's coming, but she's getting a drink, so she is.
Oh, okay.
And then she's coming.
Excellent.
And then you're not playing Tekken after.
I'm not? Oh.
No.
There we go. Hydra versus Fluff. Right away, round start. Hydra throwing out that crouching heavy punch. That can be a good option, but it's pretty risky against a lot of characters. But I guess that works out here because Fluff is playing Philia and they're most likely to approach you, and not a lot of their buttons would hit. Because crouching heavy punch is low-key really good because it's actually an anti-air. It's mildly disjointed and stuff like that, and hits slightly above it. So it's actually not that bad of an option, especially if you're thinking they're going to IAD in. I don't think that was that bad of an idea. Blocking the lock and load. Weird situation to Shadow there. Reminder that Philia is, again, instant air dashing in always against you. So setting up a Shadow there is super risky. Also remember, Shadows are hit vulnerable. You can make that projectile disappear just by smacking it. Oh, that was cool. I respect that. That was an interesting DP there. I respect that. Alright, we got a hit confirm. Going. This is looking really laggy. Remember, let me know if you guys need me to split up the matchup, because it is looking a little rough. Got that snipe. Counter hit. Ooh, smack him down. Stuff. Kick grab. Ooh, drops the run stop, that's okay. But that link is possible, right? Like, run stop into crouching leg kick? I don't see why it wouldn't be possible. I think you just dropped it. Cool stuff. Well won by Hydra. Not much to say there at the second half. The first half is where the important stuff was. A lot of the round start kind of decided how the rest of the game was going to go. You gotta be careful where you're calling it, setting up the shadows. I feel like you're calling your opponent out too much by when you set up the shadows, because they could just press standing light punch and like punish you for that. Like setting up shadows is slow. It's hard to do that. So when you're going to set up a shadow, make sure you have enough space between you. Make sure you have read the situation correctly, where your opponent cannot punish you for that. I want to see the round start here. Are we going to go for another anti-air? Is Fluff going to go backwards? Let's see how this goes. Alright, so interesting. I'm actually kind of surprised. This is the exact opposite of what I thought would happen. Hydra, you probably should have gone for a crouching hard punch again, just because it would have been data. It's like, is Fluff adapting, or is Fluff going to stick to the same opener? Because in this situation, Fluff's stick to the same opener. They tried to IAD. You could have gotten the crouching hard punch and actually probably hit confirmed into the combo or something like that. So, in that situation, it might have been a little bit more valuable to go for a crouching hard punch again to see if it would work. Alright, we got hit confirmed, got light guys. Peer pressure, that you didn't have Det ready. I mean, I don't think Det would be fast enough anyway, so that's okay. Good. Your assist took a little bit of damage. Used them as a body shield, but that's okay. Heat shield. Cannon fodder. Nice burst bait. Good awareness, great way to get information. Now you're aware that Hydra's not pressing buttons, so now you can do all sorts of dumb mix things. Fluff, I think you need to learn more dirty Filia mixes. Like, learn the Winnie thing where you like spin around in circles. Go start doing some more tricky resets. I mean, you're not using them yet because now you just got that information that your opponent's not falling for burst baits. You can go for all sorts of dumb stuff. Could use a tick throw there. Stuff. Hydra, wait, go ahead. What were you saying?
No, it wasn't important.
Okay. Hydra, I remember we talked a lot about you not jumping hard punch anymore for the last like week or week and a half or so. I hope we didn't say never use jumping hard punch. Jumping hard punch is a matchup by matchup thing. A, and B, you should still use it infrequently. It's still a godlike approach tool. In that situation, when you got tick thrown, it might have been okay to just up back and jumping hard punch, like dash forward, go into a combo. Oh, whoops. PVDC going backwards. Okay. I guess the PVDC was on accident, so I guess I think we were just trying to build some space. Try to space out jumping medium punch. I don't know how I feel about that. And when I say I don't know how I feel about that, I mean that quite literally. Like, I literally don't know what to think about that.
Disappointment probably is what you should be thinking.
No, because I mean, so Fuqua has tons of spacing tools. It's interesting. It's just, I'm trying to figure out if jumping medium punch was actually the best thing to do in that situation. I'm trying to think of all the things that Filia could have done against you. Oh my god, Snap, please tell me you have these. Alright, we have these. Let's go. Stick to the basics. Nah! We don't have these.
No,
almost.
That looked like a miss input, honestly.
Yeah, I think you just didn't press down fast enough. Everything else.
Yeah, it was the right button, just not the right direction.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. All right, got that air grab into hairball. Woo! Reversal bird did not get the launcher. That's unfortunate. There we go. There's a jumping hard. Does work out. Got the counter hit too. Learn a counter hit combo route at this point. I think it might be nice to start optimizing, because Hydra, I think you've hit the point where you're getting really good. So it's time to take it a step further and start optimizing things. I think we might have mentioned that before. Parasol gets all her damage from her counter hit combos. Her non-counter hit combos are absolute garbage. So Penny can probably hook you up with the optimal heavy counter hit combo, especially the corner heavy counter hit, because she made the optimal, if I remember correctly. So check that out. Ask her for resources, add her in the Discord and things like that. It's time to broaden horizons. Because especially if you keep on getting hit confirms with a jumping hard punch, like since that seems to be a button that you like a lot, you should obviously I did just say use it a little bit more. But B, when it works, you gotta take full advantage of it. Because I mean, high risk, high reward, right? If you're throwing out a heavy, even if it's in the air, you gotta be ready to make it worth it. Space out with jumping medium punch again with Fuqua. It's a little weird. How I feel about that. Make sure you're watching the light ball that going into Fuqua, or at least getting a good feeling of how long it takes, because that's when you can throw another fireball out. It's possible that you're just pressing jumping medium punch because you're trying to do a fireball and it's not getting the right input. What it looks like. I feel like you're just throwing out the fireball input, but it's the wrong timing. In which case, yeah, you're never mind. Don't worry about me not knowing how I feel about jumping medium punch or spacing. Might just be a misinput. I would watch Softy play. Softy has turned fireball spacing into an art. So next time Softy's playing in a tournament, keep an eye on how they're using their Fuqua. Okay. Wow. I did not think that would frame trap. Did that actually frame trap Fluff, or did you just not jump fast enough or something? Alright, cool. You took full control of that match. Did pretty well. And Fluff didn't use their Philia this time, which kind of sucks, but that's okay. One more game.
What I was saying earlier as well is, while I was looking through menus and stuff, there is a guide on Steam Guides right now that's just called "How to Not Get Wrecked Online Part 1.666666666666."
What?
And yeah, it's called "Not How to Get Wrecked Online Part 1.66666666," and it just says in the description Part 2 coming sauce. And then literally, all the guide says, finish the tutorial. You know, that's the percentage of people who have finished the tutorial has dropped by 0.1% since last year. I'm disappointed in you all. And he just shows the screenshot of the percentage rate, which is 3.7%.
That's godlike. Wow. Yeah, for those guys who have not finished the tutorial, even on characters you don't play, I highly recommend you do that, because the tutorial teaches you so much about the fundamentals of this game and what to expect from other characters. It is one of the best tutorials in any video game ever. Please, please, just do it. I regularly redo it just because I'm insane.
We have to complete the tutorial regardless, because we need Part 2 to come out of this guide.
Yeah, it's true.
I want to see Part 2.
Do it for the Part 2, guys. Alright, so I was liking Fluff's Vortex there, or not Vortex, their set play a lot there. They were very clean, got that nice reset, were able to punish. Their neutral, alright, so Fluff, I feel like your neutral is a little bit jank here. You do seem to IAD a lot. Jumping hair dash, if you use jumping heavy punch as your air dash cancel, then be careful, because that's more of an air-to-air tool. The hitbox, if you take a look at it in the training mode, is a little bit disjointed upwards, not forward or below her. You're actually probably better off instant air dashing in with jumping medium punch or jumping light kick, or even jumping light punch sometimes. I know some people do that. So as far as approach options go, you A, can't overcommit to the same thing, B, can't, or rather shouldn't use jumping hair dash that often. If you're going to, what else? There was another thing, I think I mentioned before, you gotta use dirtier resets. You did a lot better that last game when you just played Solophilia. Not just performance-wise, I mean just it seemed like you had momentum and you felt like you were feeling yourself when you were playing. What else? That tutorial was your very first intro to traditional 2D fighters? Yeah, it is from a lot of people. In fact, I literally credit Skullgirls for, kicking off a lot more people joining the 2D fighting scene. I think the 2D fighting scene was waning until Skullgirls' tutorial existed. That tutorial taught so many people on what the hell fighting games actually are. Jumping light punch whiffs ground kind of the same as jumping heavy punch. Oh, does it really? Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. So, jumping light kick, honestly, IAD jumping light kick or jumping medium punch even, if you want to be a little bit safer in terms of pressure, But keep in mind, jumping medium punch, because it hits so many times, you will, even when you land cancel, you will scale your combo like a maniac. So it's trade-offs. Hydra aligned on pillar and got punished. Yeah, you did, but played awesome. Yeah, I was on my mind saying he won't do it, but I'll do it anyway. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, you did use. I liked how actually you used pillar more and more liberally as you went forward, because at first you didn't seem to use it that much at all. And then as you went forward, you started using it a ton because it was working a lot of the time. At the end, though, you did take a big risk because you should have assumed that Fluff is probably getting the message that they should stop doing things that are unsafe to pillar. Against a lot of people, it will still work, but against a player at higher levels, you can safely assume that they're going to adapt. That's just like being able to judge how good an opponent is or isn't. Okay, what else do we got left?
It's Penny!
Penny?
It's not.
Oh.
No,
It's
it's
my
not
cat.
Penny. Get the fuck out.
Okay,
I miss Penny.
I'm still here.
What?
No, but you're not Penny.
No, that was the Jape.
Jake!
Oh!
Strikes
No, not a
again.
Jake. A Jake.
That's my brother.
Heck, Jake.
True. Just
Drills!
So next up is going to be Call Me Metin versus an open lobby. Hey Sam, fight Call Me Metin. Want to see you fight.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay.
Actually, maybe the connection will be rough. Maybe.
No,
maybe
no, we're doing it.
Alright, we'll
You've
try
already
once.
said it's
We'll try
happening.
once.
It's happening. It's
Alright, I'm
happening.
gonna go ahead and admin.
came just in time for Metin's game. Wow.
You know, I know a place in Georgetown.
We need to get Matin in here.
Good idea. Estonian was
Metin's on their way.
I also read the comments to that, like to that guide I was talking about, and there's just a guy that's just like, yeah, but I'm new and I didn't need to do the tutorial since I found the infinites with literally every character.
I mean, guess what? This game has infinites with literally every character. That's what happens when you don't have hit stun decay and or gravity scaling, which is strictly a good thing. Fuck hit stun decay and fuck gravity scaling. You know, it's weird because I love Tekken so much, yet like gravity scaling still drives me nuts. It's just so hard to tell. Like, how do you optimize that game? Penny, did you see the Kuma combo? Like Nina versus Kuma?
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter.
Yeah. That do you remember like when they were just sidestepping and hitting for like 4 buttons in a row? Who would guess that that's how you combo from there? Who figures that out?
Yeah, Tekken seems really hard to optimize for just because there's so many heckin' moves. There's so many.
So many moves. There's so many
That's
conditions for
good.
which things will link, and like gravity scaling is like a huge component in that. That drives me nuts. And then there's things with hit
Gravity
stun
scaling
decay,
in
which makes
Tekken's
even
not-
less sense. But go ahead. What were you saying?
The gravity scaling in Tekken's not near as bad as NRS games though.
Yeah.
NRS games, the gravity goes so down so fast.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen Sonic Fox combos. They make no sense. They'll be doing a launcher and the opponent goes downward, and I'm like, what?
All right, Metin, you see that jump late punch, jump heavy punch pressure you did? It's a fuzzy versus band. It's really good. Don't do it.
Why?
Because if band jumps, it's not safe.
Oh,
You could be
interesting.
punished for it. They can line cancel it.
Like up
If
back
you wanna-
jumps or just like
Up back, yeah.
yeah, okay.
If you want to do fuzzies on band, instead do jump late punch, jump medium kick, jump heavy punch. Because if they try to land cancel it, the jump medium kick holds them a hit stun long enough for them, or block stun, long enough for them to hit the ground so they can't land cancel it. It's really good.
Huh. Might work.
Yeah, he was trying to get a trade with the bomb, so he got a full combo, but band-aid it. So it didn't hit Parasoul.
Wow. Aerosols do that on reaction? Like, it's just like, oh, there's a bomb coming. That'll reduce my hit stun. Better to use Sniper.
Yeah, you have to know how to do that in that matchup. It's the only way you can get in.
Huh. Interesting.
And if you time it slightly wrong, because you can't do it on the first bomb. If you do it on the first bomb, they DP the sniper. And then you're upset.
Oh, it's Trills! Trills! How's it going?
Gentlemen and ladies, it's showtime!
Ooh, look at- oh my god, alright.
Flash
Alright, it's the
trade,
game
let's
of
go.
reads.
A-Train into the corner, get the sliding knockdown, play Noki. Respect that. Oh, this is the Sam Vortex. Yep.
That wasn't that air grab worked because Veterinary jumped into it. He hit the ground.
It's okay, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
It works, it's fine.
It works. The Sam Vortex. Indefeatable. Nice use of... Wait, no, was that Empress? I think that was Light Breast. If it was Light Breast, that was good. That was really good. That was Empress. Get the sliding knockdown. Play the Oki.
No,
Taylor's coming. What? How did that work?
That was Peacock Bomb. Peacock came up behind Ben, so the bullets didn't hit her at first.
Sam's team is dumb.
Hold on.
Sliding knockdown, going to level 3. Doesn't matter, level 1 was enough. Damn. That was clean, Sam. I mean, not really. That wasn't like clean.
It was
but, like,
awful.
It was pretty bad actually. But it
Yeah,
worked. Is what I'm
yeah.
trying to say. Like you got him to the corner. You
Like-
did what you know how to do, and it worked. Is what I'm trying to say.
Crank.
What?
This is Get Great for Metin, not for me.
You're right. Okay, so
just
Metin,
let me be bad.
all right, you can just keep being bad. So Metin, how this works is Sam's game plan is to get you into the corner with a sliding knockdown, then make you guess a 50-50 consistently, but you can option select it, believe it or not. So what Sam does is get you into a corner, launches you, and then goes for either a grab or a what's it called? Either a grab or jumping light kick. Like they'll jump with you, you'll be in hit stun, and as soon as you're out of hit stun, they'll do a delayed jumping light kick or sorry, yeah. Wait, is it jumping light kick? Yeah, it's jumping light kick or a air grab. And George makes a lot of reversal stuff safe, so you can't, so you really can't, it punishes you for reversing a lot of stuff. It like makes them safe against reversals and things like that. So that's always really, really scary and risky. So instead of reversing out on Oki when Sam's going for his Vortex, what you can do is you can option select it. Because the most obvious option select is still in this game, where you can push block and or tech grab at the same time. So what you do is you on reaction wait till your opponent is pressing a button against you. If they were pressing an attack button, you'll push block. If you press light punch, medium punch, light kick. If they were not pressing an attack against you and were instead trying to grab you, you'll get grab instead. Isn't that great? So
Wow.
yeah, so you can tech the grab. And when you do that option select against that 50-50, that 50-50 falls apart completely. Not like Sam or any other player trying to do that completely can't do that. That's why that 50-50 disappeared after the first week the game was out. Because technically everybody can do it. Ban's just really, really good at it. This Ban's big. Somehow you don't think the person is worst at the worst? There's a story behind that, I assume. I mean, not like I'm assuming that there's a name behind that, but I'm assuming I know the reason why it's called the worst of the worst. I'll explain later.
Cute, huh? Let's rock!
Strike grab. Is that what that's called? I don't know. I mean, the tick. It's a tick. It's not a tick throw per se, but it's a 50-50 instead of a low throw. I guess it's a jump low throw question mark. I don't know. What'd you call it?
Hey,
I guess strike grab is fine.
This is your friendly neighborhood Penny saying stop doing green burst baits, you heck. I don't think green burst baits are any good.
Airsols are. Is there
I still don't think so, just because there's no reason for them ever to push a button there. And if you do if you do one of the things into 50-50 and they don't burst, you're still at full and dizzy, so you're not doing any damage.
Good respect. That works because projectiles kill each other. Fun fact, that's actually why SBO is good against item drop.
Also, fun fact, Lenny's not a reversal. Also, fun fact, don't call Band into a Lenny.
I don't know which part's the fun part. The fact that he called Ban into a Lenny or the fact that Ban got hit.
I can't see jack shit, so I can't.
Why not?
Like, it's lagging really
Oh.
badly.
Oh, okay.
Like, I don't know why.
Let me see if Metin,
like, my
because I
box-
told Metin to let me know if you want this.
Okay, I guess
but
we're
I
not
don't
getting the
think
fifth
Metin says
one.
that. Metin hasn't said anything about splitting, so not quite sure. All right, he's already done. he's just done. All right.
Cool.
You have one more if you like. 5 flat games. Alright, he's back. Alright. Play one more game. We're good to go. And after that, we have our final sad of the evening.
Speaking of playing games, everyone should go play Three Houses. This is a really good game.
Look, I know you love Hogwarts a lot, alright, but you need to calm down.
Hogwarts multiple homes.
Hogwarts real estate. Crouching medium punch conversion. Easy, get the sliding knockdown. Time to play the Sam game.
I too enjoy Hogwarts, like more than one places of permanent residence. That is my favorite game.
Ah, Sam messed up his own vortex. That's unfortunate. Alright, got the grab. You pulled him out of the corner in the process though, which is fine apparently. Completely fine.
Alright, so there's the crouch heavy punch.
Yeah. You can't dash out of the corner against Ban. Ban has the most powerful spacing tools in the game.
Well,
Actual. Whoa. No, straight up most powerful spacing tools in the game. Parasol has the best neutral tools in the game. Ban usually can't throw him out of neutral, but when he's applying pressure, he controls the most space. What
yeah,
character
but
controls the
bands
most
aren't
space?
all +2.
What?
But bands aren't +2.
I guess that's true, but they are with Lenny.
With Lenny, but then I guess it's band plus Peacock is I don't know.
Well,
I
yeah,
don't
no
know.
one. I'm not gonna condone that solo Ban is the best spacing character in the game.
Why not? That sounds about right. Beat extends big.
It's true. He's big and he's banned. SSJ is a
I'm
reversal.
surprised
Let's
that
go.
punished that. I'm really surprised that punished.
Yeah, you can do lots of dumb stuff when it comes to ban.
Because Mitten, I think Mitten doesn't do light or medium brass, he only does heavy.
That was definitely heavy brass, but I saw you like push block it and then wait a second, and then I was like, that's not gonna get there in time.
I was trying to BBGC it, but it just didn't come out.
That's interesting.
But like, Mitten only has been using heavy brass, so there was no reason not to go for it anyway.
Yeah, don't do that. Rock paper scissors band is the worst kind of band.
Alright, so that's the last game. We're gonna move on to the final set of the evening. Before I talk about more band versus band dumb things. Final set of the evening is going to be Flash versus Hammer. Hammer Mountain. And Flash, not Flash Thompson. Why am I keep thinking Flash Thompson? Flash Lucky. Let's go.
I don't think I've seen either of these players.
I think they're both new.
Metten's excited though. Metten's ready to go.
I'm gonna go ahead and add them, invite them. Thing. I forgot I used hitbox layout. I was just pressing W for like 5 seconds. Being happening.
The fuck is that? Who's that kite in the background of his picture?
There's a character in the background? I
Yeah,
just see
like-
salty MME or something.
It's salty time, and if you like look close, you can see like a white outline of a character, but I can't tell who it is.
How do you see these
In general.
icons so well?
Because I've got eyes.
Is it
Also, Sam doesn't play in windowed like a degenerate.
Yeah, I don't play in windowed.
It looks like a Mega Man character doing the salty pose, like the salt pose, where you like where the dude like drizzles the salt. And
Oh
looks really cool.
yeah, yeah. It looks like the soul pose, but I don't know who that is. I don't think it's a Mega Man character.
Could be Brain Drain. I don't know.
But they do look like a Mega Man character, but I don't think it is.
Either way, their opponent is going to be Flash. I'm going to go ahead and at them.
How do you see, Sam?
There are only 378 Wookiees equipped with an ammo belt, and I have
All right, let's get it.
collectibles and auction.
Metin with the I was just warming up.
Yeah.
I like it.
Tell us about Jamie and Leanne.
We're business associates.
I've been warming up for years, Matt, and you never stop warming.
Keeps on coming, and it keeps on coming, and it keeps on coming.
And they don't stop coming, 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 and I wish they would stop coming, but they don't stop coming. They don't stop coming. They don't stop coming.
All right, so Flash Lucky versus God. I keep wanting to say Flash Thompson. What's wrong with it? Flash
Hammer
Lucky.
Mountain.
What is that even from?
Flash Thompson is, I believe, Agent Venom. So
I
you
don't
know how
know that
Venom
either.
from MCU?
Uh,
Parasite?
Yes, Venom.
Venom's in the
Yeah.
MCU.
Yeah, like Spider-Man's
Alright.
enemy, Venom.
Yeah.
Venom.
Yeah.
Yeah, big.
That dude. So what ends up? So he's got. Basically, the parasite leaves. Not Brock Lesnar. That's a wrestler. The other guy.
Barack Obama.
Barack Obama. So when Venom leaves Barack Obama,
Yeah.
Barack Obama's like, I don't want this anymore. Like, I'm trying to live a clean life and all this stuff. And then Venom's like, oh no, I have no friends. Eddie Brock, thank you very much, Hammer. Eddie,
My fellow Americans, I do not want this parasite on my.
yeah, pretty much. So when Barack Obama got rid of Venom, Venom is like, I'm looking for another host, and then he got like taken up by the government. And the government like tried to keep him sealed up, and then one of Spider-Man's old bullies, his name was Flash Thompson, and when he grew up, he joined the army and then lost his legs, but he wanted another chance because he wanted to protect the world and all this other stuff. So he became Agent Venom by working with the Venom symbiote, and he helped make the Venom symbiote return to its formal good self and stuff like that.
All right.
Was that Sandman's name? Technically no. If you're referring to the movies butchered everything.
Yeah, they did. The old Spider-Man movies butchered a lot of that.
I
No,
still
no.
liked the first two movies. I'm not gonna lie, but
The
like
third one's the best movie I've ever seen.
you're
Because of the
going to
dance
die.
scene.
You're literally
The-
asking people to stab you on the street.
Did you see the dancing Spider-Man scene?
Yes. Have you seen it without the like
Yes,
they
it's
they
the
have
best thing.
It's so good.
they took it. They have the recorded clip of him dancing to it without the music, and it's absolutely beautiful. All right, let's talk about this game. This is
Yeah,
actually
that's probably important. I see a lot of heavies on block. That's the first thing I'm gonna say. Heavies on block are usually bad because they're not. They can hit you before you recover.
Yeah.
So if you do a heavy on block, you die basically.
As you play this game, you'll hear us throw out terms like safe, plus, minus, unsafe, things like that. All that really means is that when you're unsafe, that means you press the button that your opponent can press a button afterwards and guaranteed punish you if they block the first attack.
Oh, we got combos? Noise?
Yeah, Hammer Mountain seems to have BNBs. Oh, snap.
Doesn't the meter though, unfortunately. Alright, out of range, you gotta do weird nail confirms at that range.
I'll be back in a second.
But
Okay, those are fireballs, good spacing.
I definitely
bit.
see a lot of buttons though.
A lot of bones.
A lot of buttons from Hammer Mountain. The Painwheel's biggest strength in neutral. Should have proved that. Painwheel's biggest strength in neutral is how, in my opinion, it's how good she is at whiff punishing anything the opponent tries to do. She's so mobile while she's flying that you can just do nothing but fly and wait for them to kill themselves. Hold on.
Okay, so I'm not sure why you threw out the Hatred Armored Light there. I know you're probably going for a parry reversal in that situation, but Flash Lucky has demonstrated that they're not really mashing. Especially when you're Fuqua, you can't actually mash that much. You have a Heavy Drill, and that's about it. And Heavy Drill is heavily, like, not great. Like, it's got problems. That That being said, well, who was throwing out most of the heavy buttons on block, by the way? Oh wait, Penny's probably gone.
Yeah, I'm here again.
Oh.
I definitely saw both people do it, but I don't know who did it most.
Okay. When you're looking at frame data, what number is specifically safe, unsafe? Okay. So, fastest jab is 5 frames, but that's only 2 characters. It's Fortune and Philia. So, if you're -5, you're safe. Usually. If you're plus, then obviously you're plus, right? Like, you can press a button before anything they could ever do, and you'll always be able to take advantage of that. So if you're like +1, you'll always be able to hit a jab before they do, except against Philia and Fortune, and you'll trade with them. Against Philia and Fortune, safe is -4, not -5. It's the only one that's different.
There's some weird kind of exceptions. Like, Band Elbrass isn't safe against Philia and Fortune, but you can do it where they're far enough away that they can't do anything about it. There are also moves that are safe, but if you hit them while they're in the air, then they can punish you anyway.
Yeah. That's what makes Tekken interesting, because those 2 exceptions are 95% of the attacks in Tekken.
Yeah. Also, I'm gonna throw out Hammer Mountain. The button you should probably be pushing more than anything else is jump medium punch in neutral. That thing is so dumb.
Alright, I'm back.
It's so much faster than either jump heavy button. It's really easy to confirm into a full combo, even without flight shenanigans.
So your jumping hard punch is a good tool against Painwheel, and I want you to understand that it's Painwheel and almost Painwheel only. There are very specific circumstances you can use them against other characters in neutral. Make sure you're using that, but make sure you're also timing it right. So if Painwheel is going to be at the right height when your jumping hard punch comes out. Also, if Painwheel's on the ground when you're getting hit, you can always convert into SBO. Just be aware of that. Other things about Squiggly, your main movement option should not be you jumping around. You were bunny hopping a lot when you were going back and forth. It is very unsafe to do that against any matchup. Because any character with an anti-air, Painwheel included, can completely ruin your day.
Also, something I'm going to say that I don't say very often in the beginner bracket is, I see you have full combos, so you should probably try to take it to the next step and learn how to reset and chain those combos together so that you're not just finishing a combo. The kind of general structure of Skullgirls is you drop combos on purpose so that you can start new ones until they die, rather than most other fighting games where it's like, do the combo, get them on the ground, and then, play Oki or neutral again.
Yeah. It's honestly one of my favorite things about Skullgirls, that you don't have to rely on Oki for, like, reset opportunities. Yeah. Flash is over 100 hours, but I think Flash needs to be a little bit more hit confirming into a full combo. Hammer Mountain, I would safely say, is ready for intermediate bracket. These guys were registered in beginner. Hammer, I think you're ready for intermediate, because that's where we talk mostly about frame data, resets, and things like that. So definitely sign up for that. Flash, you're either almost there or you are there. I can't honestly tell right now in this matchup. It's a little tricky, but your movement options aren't there. Like, you're kind of struggling in neutral just enough that makes me want to say you're still in beginner, because you're not able to get in enough to touch your button or touch your opponent with the button and then go into a full combo. Throwing out the shuriken, let's go. Pressure, throwing out Scalpel. Scalpel's not technically safe. I mean, it is safe, but like then your turn's over, and when your turn is over, that means your opponent can press a button. And you have to guess a 50-50.
I also say to Hammer, when it comes to resets, Painwheel's really, really easy to learn starter resets on, because every time you fly cancel, you can go overhead or low if you delay a button. So just go to the training room and then practice, like, do your normal combo after a fly cancel, wait, and then do like jump medium kick or something. It'll reset overhead, or you can fly down and do crouch light kick, and that'll be low. That's a decent place to start.
Mr. Parkour says that in Flash's defense, he's never played this team. It's one he's sticking to, though. Oh, okay. He probably should have switched teams, though, because frankly speaking, if he is sandbagging, he's getting his ass handed to him. If he's not sandbagging, then ignore that statement.
Yeah, but I think that's why he chose beginner then, because he wants to like figure out how to use the team more. So he does.
Okay, that's understandable.
Like, I don't think it's a case of sandbagging. I think it's like he genuinely just wants to learn the team because he likes the team.
3 bars, yep.
We roll about Fencer's Painwheel is not particularly scary. Rat Babies is super scary, but the Painwheel that you should be scared of is Elda Toluda's. Elda Toluda's Painwheel is absolutely fucking horrifying. I was actually
most definitely the best one.
I met as someone at Frosty Faustings like a year and a half ago or something like that. Like I think it was 2018 January, Frosty Faustings, and they're like, "Oh, I'm new to Skullgirls. Can you teach me about this?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, absolutely." Like, I mean, I'm only teaching people about Skullgirls my entire life. So this guy is like sits down. He's like, he plays all the characters once, and he's like, "Oh, wow, I really like Painwheel. She's really cool and like her mechanics." And Elda Toludo was playing a set right next to me. As I'm telling him, it's like, well, okay, if you want to stick to Painwheel, you're gonna have to put in a lot of work, because Painwheel is a really tough character. She's really hard to do. And Elda like chimes in, he's like, she's not that bad. And then I'm just like, yeah, and you're also the best Painwheel in the world. And the dude just starts talking to Elda instead, and I'm like, that's justifiable.
Yeah, that's probably fine though.
Yeah.
Heck, Elda's.
He's
Go watch
so chill.
Skullgirls tournaments, just in general. They're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, the scariest thing about Rabble is Bayo.
His Bayo was terrifying.
The way Rabble's team is set up is that he doesn't really need to reset to kill you, because his team does way too much damage.
His ban Bayo is terrifying.
Yeah. Also, his resets he normally goes to are the weird ones that you don't see often. So it's like doubly, like one reset kills you, and the one reset is a reset you've never seen before.
Mm-hmm.
I also like Kai. He has he's one of like the best players, and he fucking doesn't have any girls in Skullgirls on his team.
Well,
He plays Painwheel now.
Yeah.
Rabble's
Oh,
officially
yeah.
playing Painwheel now. Yeah, so
Yeah,
Rabble
yeah,
is playing a trio, which is about
It's
time,
just
honestly.
mostly whenever I was watching him, he was only playing Bayo ban,
Yeah, that was back in the day.
and he'd only play other stuff to like either sandbag or just to try and figure them out.
But
He's really taking a like to Painwheel. I was in the room in Combreaker when he was like trying to mess around with Squiggly to see if he can do anything with Squiggly. But I think Painwheel just kind of clicked with him.
something I don't remember the confirm off the top of my head. Oh, hold on,
Oh,
the
that's
app viewer doesn't work there. So I don't remember the confirm off the top of my head. You might have to do some research, but you definitely want to be living out the confirm where you're hitting them, but you're out of range of viewer. I'm pretty sure it's just fly cancel into up forward jump medium kick. I think that's what it is.
So Hammer has been there we go. There's like a fourth one. Hammer's been reset with a grab like 4 times. After it's your turn, it is not your opponent is most likely plus enough to go for a frame trap. The most common 50-50 in the game is low throw. If your opponent's going for either a low or a throw, that can be beaten with a neutral hop. Now, I don't usually recommend neutral hop until you're an intermediate level, but like I'm gonna at least link the source in chat so you can get an understanding of what neutral hopping is and why it works against lows and throws.
Yeah, I think neutral hopping and up forwarding are kind of underused, even higher up.
It's high risk, so you have to be
Yeah.
very careful that you understand fully why you're doing what you're doing. You can't just throw out a neutral hop and hope for the best.
Yeah, there are a lot of situations though where it's like, oh, if I get reset here, I die. So I'm gonna try to block the reset with like an up forward because I'll die anyway.
Block the reset with an up forward.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if it's a left right 50-50, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
no,
double.
don't even bother trying to tech grabs in this game. Like it's so hard to tech a grab on reaction. Because you have a total of 20 frames. Human reaction time is 18 frames and input delay is 2 frames. If you want to tech a grab, you have to be abso-fucking-lutely perfect.
Also, if you want a hot take, don't tech ground grabs. Also, don't do ground grabs. I think they suck, to be honest.
Grabs in general?
Yeah, I think air grabs are fine, but ground grabs specifically, if you whiff the grab, you're just asking to get counter hit punished. It's really easy to punish.
Pledge has been saying that for 2 years. Pledge gets really mad when people do grab resets, because just
Yeah.
like, instead of a grab reset, if you went for a low or an overhead instead, you would have gotten more damage every single time.
I haven't done a ground grab in so long. Like, I just don't do it. I'll go overhead low instead. I mean, my team's kind of allowed to, because it has pressure for days if you block it. But, I don't know. I think throws kind of suck.
If you can eliminate using throws in your like pressure, then it is strictly beneficial. But there are reasons not to do it, especially because of absolute guard and things like that.
Yeah. Oop. Oh, Gravedigger would have confirmed that.
I always try to up forward. Have you seen Bella's up forward? Yeah. I thought human reaction time was 12 frames. That might be it.
According to Draco, human reaction time is like 82 frames.
According to Draco, human reaction is 200 frames.
Calling
Yeah.
him out. It's what is it? It's like 1.6 seconds, but like a lot less if you actually know what's coming. So it could be 12 frames. Either way, with input delay, you have to have been reacting to the frame within like a 4 frame, or reacting to the grab within like a 2 frame window, 3 frame window. It's a very tight thing to react to. You know that within 3 frames of the grab startup, you have. Alright, so if you really do the math, like it's 6 frames. To know within 6 frames, within a tenth of a second, that I'm supposed to press in grab tech, it's tough. Our average is 16 to 18, 12 is the fastest on record. Oh, okay, cool. So I wasn't insane. Good stuff. I was really scared I was making that up, but okay.
React kit.
That's a thing, but doing air grab resets does the same thing and doesn't get you punished if you guess wrong at like near as much because they have to tech it. They can't do anything else really.
Air grabs are actually really good if you can convert, but it's not universal that people can convert off of air grabs.
Yeah.
You usually create circumstances where you will convert, but it's not, again, not universal.
So if you wanna condition them against grabs and stuff, do air grabs because Excel and normal. You're right.
This is weird because like normally in the beginner bracket, I'm like talking about like the B&B compendium, talking about fundamentals, talking about how mechanics work in this game. But you guys seem to have a really good grasp of how the mechanics work. Flash, if you can clean up your combos and consistently do 240 on dizzy combos with all your characters, go ahead and go join intermediate. Otherwise, I'd say stick in beginner for a little bit longer, or if you want to be extra safe, I'd say stick in beginner for 1 more week, and then show me that you can do your full combos next week, and then you're good to go into intermediate. We'll talk more about frame data, we'll talk more about resets that your characters can do, we can talk a little bit more about matchup versus, like, on matchup specific reactions, because I know, like, advice I gave for you Squiggly was, like, Squiggly versus Painwheel, which is normally, again, reserved for intermediate. Like, I just want to focus on fundamentals in the beginner bracket. Amber, you seem to be solid. I think you're playing fine. If anything, I'd be worried about team composition if you don't want to stick to solo. If you do want to stick to solo, then whatever, don't worry about it. Solo Painwheel is going to be a rough road, but by all means, power to you, buddy. Skullgirls is one of those games where you can make any team work. Any combination of characters will work if you just know the matchup.
And as someone that goes really well with Painwheel, they use an umbrella. It's really good.
Is it umbrella?
Big Ben.
I love Big Band's umbrella. It's cute.
No, but real talk, Parasol Painwheel's dumb.
If you're looking into a second character, hit us up. We got resources for you. If you're not,
I got mad tech.
Yeah, Penny has optimized Parasol eternally. Like I think I think your guide, the guide that you made for Parasol, is the only not peer-reviewed guide that is still widely accepted as correct.
Yeah, I kind of forgot that people peer-reviewed them when I posted it. Yeah. Otherwise, I would have done it, but I'll take it.
Like, Squiggly guides suck. I'm sorry, Jedi Link, your Squiggly guide still sucks. All Squiggly guides currently suck. The only, like, the Eliza guide is absolutely perfect, but again, Pleasure got that peer-reviewed by like 6 Eliza players. Yeah. What was the other guide? Was it Rabble's guide? No. What other guides do we have? GUID guides.
There's Pleasure, there's Rabble. Those are the big ones.
Why don't you?
Yeah, Beowulf by Rabble.
Why don't you make a Squiggly guide?
What? What'd you say?
Why don't you make a Squiggly guide?
It's complicated. The Squiggly community is like weird. Not like the. I mean, yeah, the people are also weird, but like I'm fucking strange. But that's not my point. My point is like people can't decide on what's good on Squiggly because we haven't found a way to make it work consistent. So people can make Squiggly guides, and a lot of people do, but it's what works for them and not what works in universal like situations, right? The matchup needs to be her matchups need to be studied a lot more in detail, and I've started doing it. I've started taking notes, so like I am ready to make a guide on her, but like peer reviewing it is going to be a monstrosity because we get into debates regularly on what's right and what's not, and the answer at the end is usually like, well, I guess nobody's right.
Yeah, Squiggly's one of those.
Because I'm really good.
You're right. Squiggly's just such a strange character in this game.
Yeah, Yo-Yo summed it up in one sentence. That's because no Squiggly can decide on how to play her.
Yeah.
The challenge is called Double or Nothing. You must pick double and land one of her level 3... I guess 2 level 3 blockbusters?
No.
No. What?
Must pick double and land, I guess, just a level 3
Yeah. Which is
Metallica,
honestly
is there
harder
a single
than
game with double where level 3 doesn't land?
It's actually harder than it sounds, because if you have meter for level 3, you have meter for cat heads, and you haven't used it yet.
Ah, damn, the temptation. You must overcome your temptation. The true challenge.
Right and start level 3. It's the only way.
Ain't nobody got time to watch double level 3. Yeah,
Not
you got
wrong.
it. You're right. Alright.
That and Lady of Slaughter. Gross.
Yeah, Lady of Slaughter takes a while. Oh, well, Lady of Slaughter doesn't stop time. So Lady of Slaughter, you can start it, and it'll just interrupt itself when the match ends. That's fine.
Yeah, but like if you're doing it, so if you're like DH sync from Lady of Slaughter and then killing with double level 3, they're sitting there watching the screen for like a full minute and a half. Just
Yeah.
watching Sabers.
Christ.
And then you get the Valentine level 3 somewhere.
Yeah. Got 5 bars for it.
Kenji
Can't
still
skip
can't
below.
get over it. It's optimal to watch Valentine's level 3 because you get red health back.
I've been saying it since day 1 because you can't skip lore.
You can't skip lore.
Yeah.
Says
Yeah,
the
who's
girl
that?
who has been playing this game for how many years
Look.
and has not played
And
story
have-
mode?
Look, how much time do I have in this heckin' game? Hold up. I have... Oh my god. I'm 5 hours off a meme number. No, I'm not. I lied to you. 6 is not 3. I have almost 1,700 hours in this game. And I have not touched story mode.
I have 1,200 hours and I think I've only played for 300 of them. That makes me so sad.
Because Skullgirls Get Gr8 every 4 p.m. EST, 9 p.m. GMT.
You'll get it right one day, Sam.
I did get it. What?
Almost.
Wait, what did I get wrong?
He's trying and it's cute.
What did I get wrong? Tell me what I got wrong.
You just said the times in the wrong order. It's almost correct. Like what you
I
said,
said
the information you gave was correct, but that's not the whole spiel. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us with Skullgirls Get Gr8. We go live every Saturday at 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern, and 9 p.m. GMT. If you like what you saw here, yeah, there you go. See, you get it. Crank, how likely would me and you disagree on squiggly stuff if we had an actual in-depth conversation? We would agree on most things because I taught you a lot of squiggly. So I feel like that's biased. It's like saying how much will Nephros and Servon disagree, and the odds are very low. They play super similarly because they, well, first of all, they play the same team, but B, because Nephros taught Servon like most of what he knows. So
Is Rosita Federal still playing?
I wish. I don't know if he's still playing, but I love that guy so much. I miss
Yeah.
Rosita so much.
I remember back in the day when Nephros was the newbie and Rosita was training them.
Ah, God, the
Circle of life.
They're just this big ass family. I love this community
It's heckin'
so
good.
much.
I love it.
And you've got like people like Swagger, who's like the weird uncle that appears only in family reunion.
He appears, matches super, and leaves.
Yeah, the only thing Quick Match hones anybody in is playing without being able to see the screen. I actually,
Are you really?
I blame Quick Match for this, but I can do my like actual really hard B&B with my eyes closed. Like I've consistently been able to do it blind, which is depressing, but also really cool. Unrelated. If you guys are practicing your things and want to try it out against actual opponents, just sign up for Skullgirls Be Great every Wednesday. It is a prize pool tournament in the upcoming week. Fourth week of the month is a prize pool tournament. First 3 weeks of the month determine seeding. Since it is the 4th week of the month next week, this Wednesday will be the prize pool tournament. Anyone can sign up. Free entry. This is a good time. And it's a good way to get in some extra practice and make sure you are practicing the right things, are on the right track. Whereas Skullgirls Get Gr8 is primarily our advisory stream. We will be here every Saturday, 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern, etc., etc. Looking forward to seeing you all next time. And thank you so much, Penny and Sam, for helping us out, because your advice is invaluable.
I was gonna say the best part of B grade is sometimes we even talk about Skullgirls.
Wow.
Wait, really?
I mean, I've been told. No proof yet.
But the only times we talk about Skullgirls is on Wednesdays and Saturdays?
No, I was saying that like we just podcast. B grade.
Well, prize pool tournament, I'd rather not podcast. Like,
yeah,
prize
we
pool
usually
tournament-
don't. But
I mean, and
yeah,
also
'cause-
last week we were pretty focused on the games, but they were good games.
It's a good meme.
Good meme. Best part of B grade is when Crank talks about Tekken. You're not wrong. I like Tekken.
Speaking of Tekken, you want to play Tekken after this?
Yes.
All right, cool.
All right. Actually, do any of you guys want to watch us play Tekken? We'll just stream it on my other
Yeah,
channel.
I'll stream that. We'll do
Or
that.
Penny will stream it. Penny's stream is better.
Nah, yours is cooler.
What? Everyone is saying yes. Okay.
Everyone's saying yes.
Okay. So everyone check out this. Oh, hold on. Actually, I can do /host, right? Well, actually, do I have /host privileges with this account? I don't actually know.
I don't think. I don't know how it works.
What's this for, sorry?
We're streaming.
We're gonna
Tekken.
stream Tekken.
Yeah, I think you can just do /host.
Well, I mean, I'm not on the Skullgirls account. I'm on Crank Machine account. So /host.
Wait, are you doing this from Get Great to your account?
Yeah.
Doesn't Get Great auto host me? Doesn't
Oh,
that
does Get Gr8
a thing?
auto host you?
I think
Yes.
so.
Yeah, if you've set it up, it will auto-host whoever's online.
I might have.
Yeah, Get Great's following 2 channels on Twitch. It's SGR, MJP, and me.
Oh, I can raid instead. I can raid your stream. That's actually better.
You're not even following yourself. No.
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
Get Great's only following 2 accounts.
Yeah, I didn't want to embellish my stream. This was way back when I first met you two, and I was just like, oh, you two are really cool. I'm gonna follow your streams and like rehost your streams. I didn't do it in my own stream because I'm like, well, I'm a piece of shit.
What about my stream? I don't stream.
Well, you don't stream anymore. Anyway, Penny, host the stream. I'm gonna raid your stream.
Yeah, alright.
Are
Let me just go turn it on real quick.
you gonna get that Twitch achievement to raid another stream?
There's achievements?
Yeah, there's achievements on Twitch. Did you not know this?
Why would anyone want achievements on Twitch? Who cares?
Watch, we still have the,
Some of the achievements actually tell you like what the requirements are, like the basic requirements to get like Twitch partnership and everything is.
All right.
I hope I still don't have the Get Great stream key in, because that could be awkward.
Some of them are useful.
Trying to invade my stream. It's supposed to be the other way around.
Alright, it's a black screen, but it's live.
All right, cool. We're raiding. Seawall in Tekken.
What are you streaming, Penny? Oh,
Tekken.
Yeah. Oh, so are we joining KMS?
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Does that not change like what happens?
What do you mean?
Like, surely we should sign up with like the same name or something, but with different members.
I don't want to. No, it's fine. I don't want to play with those guys again. Those guys are lame.
No, that's
See you all next
not what
week.
I meant. With